White bread looks so innocent, doesn't it? Sitting there on the shelf, soft and inviting, it's the bread most of us grew up with. Maybe you remember the comforting smell of it toasting in the morning, or the way it squishes perfectly around a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's the classic choice for school lunches, the go-to for grilled cheese, and the staple for quick breakfasts. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's really inside that fluffy slice? Or why, despite its popularity, nutritionists and health experts keep warning us to steer clear? Today, we're going to peel back the crust and reveal the truth about white bread, the scam you eat daily, and why it's time to rethink what you're putting on your plate. You might be surprised at just how much is hiding beneath that soft white surface. On the surface, white bread seems harmless. It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's everywhere. But beneath that soft exterior, it's secretly a health villain. You might not see it, but every time you reach for a slice, you're making a choice that could impact your energy, your waistline, and even your long-term health. Let's take a closer look at how white bread became such a staple, and why that's not necessarily a good thing. The story of white bread is a story of industrialization, marketing, and a slow drift away from real nutrition. Let's spill the flour. White bread is a master scammer. It's the bread equivalent of a wolf in sheep's clothing. It looks wholesome, but it's hiding a not-so-healthy secret. To understand why, we need to go back to the very beginning, the humble wheat grain. This tiny seed holds the key to understanding what's lost and what's left when wheat is turned into white bread. Wheat in its natural form is a nutritional powerhouse. Each grain is packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds that our bodies need to thrive. The outer layer, called the bran, is loaded with fiber and antioxidants. The germ, at the core, is rich in healthy fats, vitamin E, and B vitamins. And the endosperm, the largest part, provides energy in the form of carbohydrates. When you eat whole wheat, you're getting the full package, nature's original superfood. It's a perfect example of how nature designs food to nourish us completely, with every part of the grain playing a role in our health. But then, something happens on the way from field to factory. The wheat is stripped down, milled, and refined. The bran and germ, the parts with most of the nutrients, are removed, leaving behind only the starchy endosperm. This is what becomes white flour, the main ingredient in white bread. But the process doesn't stop there. The flour is often bleached to make it even whiter and softer, using chemicals like benzoyl peroxide or chlorine dioxide. All the good stuff? Tossed out. What's left is a pale imitation of real food. The bread you end up with is a shadow of what it once was, missing the very elements that made it nourishing in the first place. So what's left after all that processing? Fluffy slices that taste great, sure, but give you almost nothing. The fiber is gone. The vitamins and minerals are mostly gone. What you're left with is a bread that's basically just empty calories, refined carbs that your body digests in a flash. It's like eating a food that fills you up for a moment, but leaves your body searching for the nutrients it needs to function at its best. No fiber, hardly any vitamins, just carbs that spike your blood sugar faster than you can say toast. When you eat white bread, your body quickly breaks down those refined carbs into glucose, flooding your bloodstream and causing a rapid rise in blood sugar. This triggers a surge of insulin, the hormone that helps your cells absorb sugar. But because there's no fiber to slow things down, your blood sugar crashes just as quickly, leaving you feeling hungry, tired, and craving more carbs. It's a roller coaster ride for your metabolism, and not the fun kind. Over time, this constant up and down can wear out your body's ability to manage blood sugar, setting the stage for serious health problems. Think of it like this. Whole wheat bread is the full movie, packed with plot, characters, and depth. White bread? It's just the trailer, flashy, short, and missing all the substance. You might get a quick taste, but you're missing out on the real story. Whole grains provide lasting energy, keep you full longer, and deliver a steady stream of nutrients. White bread, on the other hand, is all hype and no follow-through. It's the difference between a meal that sustains you and a snack that leaves you wanting more. Sure, white bread is soft and squishy, and it melts in your mouth, but your body burns through it in a flash, leaving you hungry and tired soon after. That's why you can eat 2 or 3 slices and still feel like you need more. It's a quick fix, not real fuel. Over time, this pattern can lead to overeating, weight gain, and even an increased risk of chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. The more you rely on white bread, the more you set yourself up for a cycle of cravings and crashes. And what about those enriched labels you see on so many white bread packages? They sound reassuring, but don't be fooled. Enrichment is just a fancy way of saying they've added back a few synthetic vitamins and minerals to replace what was lost during processing. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a missing limb. It might cover up the problem, but it doesn't fix what's really missing. The natural synergy of nutrients found in whole grains can't be replicated in a lab. When you eat real whole foods, you get a complex mix of nutrients that work together in ways science is only beginning to understand. So next time you reach for white bread, remember, it's not a health food, it's a carb con. The marketing might be clever, the packaging might be bright, but the truth is, white bread is a product of industrial convenience, not nutritional wisdom. It's designed to be cheap, shelf-stable, and appealing to our taste buds, but not to nourish our bodies. The real cost of white bread isn't just in your grocery bill, it's in your long-term health. So what should you choose instead? Whole grains are the answer. When you pick whole grain bread, you're getting the full spectrum of nutrients that nature intended. More fiber, more vitamins, more minerals, and more flavor. Whole grains help regulate your blood sugar, keep you full longer, and support a healthy gut. They're linked to lower risks of heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. It's a simple switch that can make a big difference in your health. And with so many varieties available, you can find a whole grain bread that fits your taste and lifestyle. White bread might fool your taste buds, but now it won't fool you. The next time you're in the bread aisle, take a moment to read the labels. Look for breads that list whole wheat or whole grain as the first ingredient. Check for at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Avoid breads with long lists of unpronounceable additives, preservatives, and sugars. Remember, real bread should go stale in a few days, not last for weeks on the shelf. The fresher and simpler the bread, the better it is for you and your family. Let's break it down even further. When you eat whole grain bread, you're not just getting more nutrients. You're supporting your digestive system, feeding your gut bacteria, and helping your body maintain a healthy weight. The fiber in whole grains slows down digestion, keeps you feeling full, and helps regulate your blood sugar. It also acts like a broom, sweeping out toxins and waste from your digestive tract. Over time, this can lead to better digestion, more stable energy, and even a lower risk of colon cancer. The benefits go far beyond what you see on the nutrition label. Think about the impact on your family, too. Kids who eat whole grains are more likely to have steady energy, better concentration, and healthier eating habits for life. Swapping out white bread for whole grain is one of the easiest ways to boost your family's nutrition without sacrificing taste or convenience. And with so many delicious options available today, sprouted grain, rye, oat, and even gluten-free whole grain breads, there's something for everyone. Making this change can set your family up for a lifetime of better health and happier meals. If you're worried about taste or texture, give whole grain bread a chance. Many people find that after a short adjustment period, they actually prefer the nutty, hearty flavor of whole grains. Try toasting it for extra crunch or pairing it with your favorite spreads and toppings. You might be surprised at how satisfying and delicious real bread can be. Experiment with different brands and recipes until you find your favorite. It's worth remembering how white bread became so popular in the first place. In the early 1900s, industrial milling made it possible to produce soft, white bread cheaply and in massive quantities. Advertisers claimed it was cleaner, safer, and more modern than traditional whole grain breads. For decades, white bread was seen as a symbol of progress and prosperity. But as we've learned more about nutrition, the truth has come out. What we gained in convenience, we lost in health. The marketing was powerful, but the science tells a different story. The science is clear. Diets high in refined grains like white bread are linked to higher risks of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even certain cancers. On the other hand, people who eat more whole grains tend to live longer, healthier lives. It's not just about calories or carbs, it's about the quality of the food you eat and the impact it has on your body over time. Every slice is a choice that shapes your future health. Making the switch from white bread to whole grain doesn't have to be hard. Start by swapping out one meal a day, maybe breakfast or lunch. Try different brands and varieties until you find one you like. Get your family involved in the process and experiment with new recipes. The more you make whole grains a part of your routine, the easier it becomes. Small changes add up to big results over time. Here are a few tips to help you choose the best bread for your health. First, always check the ingredient list. The first word should be whole, as in whole wheat, whole rye, or whole grain. Second, aim for at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Third, watch out for added sugars, high fructose corn syrup, and artificial preservatives. And finally, choose breads with short, simple ingredient lists. If you can't pronounce it, you probably don't need it in your bread. Simplicity is your best friend when it comes to healthy bread. If you have access to a local bakery or farmer's market, consider buying fresh, artisanal whole grain bread. Not only does it taste better, but it's often made with higher quality ingredients and fewer additives. Supporting local bakers also helps your community and encourages healthier food choices for everyone. Plus, you get to enjoy bread the way it was meant to be, fresh, flavorful, and full of life. Choosing whole grains isn't just good for your body, it's better for the planet too. Whole grain production often uses less energy and fewer resources than highly processed white bread. By supporting sustainable farming and local bakeries, you're making a positive impact on the environment as well as your health. Every loaf you choose can help build a healthier world. At the end of the day, food is about more than just nutrition. It's about enjoyment, connection, and tradition. By choosing whole grains, you're honoring the wisdom of generations past, nourishing your body, and setting a positive example for the future. So the next time you see that soft, white loaf calling your name, remember, you deserve better. Your body deserves real food, real nutrition, and real satisfaction. Make every meal an opportunity to care for yourself and those you love. White bread might have fooled you in the past, but now you know the truth. It's time to break the cycle, ditch the scam, and give your body the good stuff it craves. Choose whole grains and take the first step toward a healthier, happier you. Your journey to better health can start with something as simple as the bread you choose. Make the switch today and feel the difference for yourself.